Okay, hello everyone. We are delighted to welcome Professor Dr. Lee Allen Dugatkin as one of our guest speakers in the Faculty of Arts and Sciences lecture series celebrating the 150th year of founding of Boğaziçi University.
In my laboratory at the University of Louisville, we study the evolution of social behavior in all sorts of creatures. That's a Belding's ground squirrel. And that call that you're hearing is what the ground squirrel does when a predator is in the vicinity. If you stand up on your hind legs and scream at the top of your lungs in the middle of a field when there's a predator around, you are more likely to get attacked by that predator than other squirrels are. And what's also not surprising is that the other squirrels head for safety, and it works. This kind of behavior, where you provide a benefit to others at a cost to self, is typically referred to as altruism. This kid has never seen this person before. Now, whether or not this is an innate tendency or not is not what I want to get into. But there's no question that that little kid meant to help that adult who was clearly having trouble. When the genetic relatedness, which is typically represented by this little r for relatedness, when that value times the benefit that others get when you help them, and that's represented by b for benefit, when these two things multiplied by each other are greater than the cost of altruism, which we're calling c here for cost, then altruism should evolve. So about half the group is made of adults, and about 30% are females, 20% are adult males. That's the distribution of individuals in the group. This is the distribution of the alarm calls. So even though only 30% of the individuals in a group are adult females, 65% of the alarm calls are by adult females. 20% of the group is adult males. They almost never give alarm calls. Never, almost never, okay? There is even a follow-up way to look at this. So adult females will stay in their groups forever when they're born, except if something dramatic happens and essentially wipes out the place where they're living. So sometimes there might be a flood or some sort of dramatic storm that essentially wipes out where you're living.
There's a monkey who gets cucumber. The one on the right is the one who gets grapes.
Sorry, okay.
The one who gets is a monkey who gets cucumber. The one on is a monkey who gets cucumber. The one on the right is the one who gets grapes. The one who gets cucumber, note that the first piece of cucumber is perfectly fine. The first piece he eats. Then she sees the other one getting grape, and you will see what happens. So she gives a rock to us, that's the task. And we give her a piece of cucumber and she eats it. The other one needs to give a rock to us. And that's what she does. And she gets a grape. And she eats it. The other one sees that. She gives a rock to us now, gets again cucumber.
This is just not something, this is not just like a classic piece of video that never happened again. They kept doing this.
Is it possible that the whole genetic relatedness idea can be hidden within a greater picture, which is living with someone else?
That was the genetic relatedness multiplied by the benefit, but you have to divide it into the stress condition somehow.
Into the
stress. The individual stress condition. So if individual is under stress, the benefit will not look like a benefit.
I think that it does. I'm not exactly sure where it would go or how common a problem that is, but in that case it would be. Yeah.
In a society, for example, minority groups
are helping each other more than to the majority group.
I think there are good studies in which you can show, for example, how important genetic relatedness is in human acts of altruism and fairness and that sort of thing. Okay, great. Well, thank you. Okay.